In this video, I'm going to go through the top performing YouTube ads for real estate agents in 2025. So by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly what you need to do to create the best performing ads to get the best possible results. And I'm not only going to just go through the framework and the outlines for them, but I'm also going to give you a few of the top performing scripts at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned and watch till the end to see that. And to give you a bit of context on who I am, why should you trust me? Who's this random kid talking to me? So I've been in the online marketing space, meaning paid ads on social media for the last 2 years or so. I started doing e-commerce ads, building brands that way. And I've been in the real estate space specifically about 8 months, 8 or 9 months at this point. And the majority of that was actually running Facebook ads. So I don't know if you're like most realtors, if you tried Facebook ads before, but I was running the free list of homes, the home valuation ads, those type of things. And if you've ever ran those or you've heard of anyone running those, you probably know that the lead quality is just really, really poor. Sometimes it's even kind of funny how bad it is. When you do call some of these people, they end up saying, "Why are you calling me? I didn't sign up for your ad. I don't remember clicking on that." And they honestly just have no clue who you are and why you're calling them. So that's the biggest reason that I actually switched over to YouTube ads specifically, just because the intent is so much higher. But the main thing, you're bringing in just the most serious people from your market. And there's a lot of different ways that you're able to target those people and call them out and only bring in those people without all the tire kicker leads. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that, as well as some good scripts that you can just follow to create your own ads to get an extra 2 or 3 deals each month with these ads. So let's get right into it. I'm going to make myself smaller. Top performing YouTube ads for real estate agents. And at the time we're recording this, it is the 3rd of January. So we're really early in 2025 right now. And I want to show you the stuff that I found that's working really well right now. So let me start off by saying I know a lot of realtors don't love being on video or aren't very comfortable, and I definitely hear you, and it's completely fine and understandable. I hear it from most realtors, to be honest. So about 80% of my clients that I'm working with for these YouTube ads, I actually use stock footage and voiceover videos rather than you having to go out and film your own ad. And one thing to keep in mind is that if you do opt to go with the stock footage ads and not record your own, you're going to miss out on the personal branding aspects of the ads. So that's just something to keep in mind, but it really doesn't make too much of a difference outside of that. But no matter what you choose, like I said, you can get great results with either of them. And the goal of these is that we're going to be closing an extra 2 or 3 deals each month consistently once you find that winning ad. And I'm going to go through how you can make that ad in this video. So a bit of precursors that I want to go over. The main reasons why I do like YouTube ads is number one, the intent-based targeting. So YouTube is actually owned by Google. So what that means is you're able to target people based on what they're actually searching in Google. So if you're targeting buyers, for example, you can target people who are looking up 2-bedroom homes near me. For sellers, it can be, how can I sell my home fast? What is my home worth? Stuff like that. But you're finding the most serious people who have already shown intent in buying or selling, depending on who you want to target. So just right off the bat, you're only targeting people who have actually shown intent, and they're not just going to be scrolling on their phone, on their iPad, or whatever. The next one is you're able to pinpoint locations. So if you've ever tried Facebook ads before, you basically have to drop a pin and there's a 15-mile radius around that. You can't do anything else with it. It's just a huge radius that you have to target. The nice thing about these ads is you can target specific neighborhoods, zip codes, counties, of course, cities, and you can also exclude certain neighborhoods, cities, depending on if you don't want to target those areas. So it's just going off of the intent, you can target just the most serious people in those locations that you actually want to work with. So it's actually going to be worth your money and you're not going to be wasting ad spend. The next part is the personal branding, of course. And this is if you do opt to go with those videos that you record yourself. Just the amount of people that you're going to reach in your market is just insane. Basically, everybody that you target is going to see your ad. And if you're the one in it, that's just so much personal branding. And it's basically like you have your own TV commercial because people are going to see it on their phone, their computer, their TV, all of that stuff. And it kind of positions you as the authority and the local celebrity. Think about it. When you're watching your favorite show, let's say The Office, and Steve Carell, who plays Michael, if you saw him in real life, you would freak out because you've been watching him for the last 3 years, or at least I have. I've watched that show like 5 times. But it's really no different with these YouTube ads. Like, it has a similar effect. You're going to get people who are recognizing you from these ads, which is just really, really cool. And tying it all together is the lead quality aspect. So I'm not going to go in depth on the exact funnel that I use, the landing pages to get these high quality leads coming in. I have another video on that. You can go check that out. I believe it's the first video on my channel, but the lead quality is just so much higher than anything you've seen from any other online leads like Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook ads, even Google ads. And there's a few different reasons for that, but the main ones are the intent-based targeting, but also the personal branding aspect of it. You're able to warm leads up with your video before they ever reach out to you, which is a game changer, if you ask me. Now, these precursors just highlight the key advantages of using YouTube ads for realtors. They allow for targeted marketing based on user intent, precise location targeting, personal branding, and also high quality lead generation, which is, I'm guessing, what you're looking for. You're not looking for a million leads to come in who just enter their name and number, but you're looking for people who are actually serious and worth your time. And that's the whole goal of these ads. Now I'm going to go through the format of a winning YouTube ad. So I'm not going to just skate through it. I'm going to actually break down what makes a winning YouTube ad. So the first part is the hook. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this, but if not, it's basically how you get people's attention. It's the first few seconds of the ad. Now, why is the hook important? You need a way to get viewers to keep watching. The hook is literally 80% of the ad in terms of how well the ad is going to perform, but it's also how much time you should spend on it. So what I mean by that is taking Alex Hormozi's approach. When he scripts and films a video, he spends 80% of his time scripting and then planning those videos or ads that he's going to post, because the hook is the most important part of it. And Hormozi sees that as well. But anyways, if you can't get people's attention, the rest of your ad just doesn't matter because nobody's going to watch it. And knowing your audience is just going to help your hook just be that much more effective because you'll be able to speak to their specific pains and goals. So a key exercise or some advice when writing a hook is also writing down and identifying who you actually want to target. Who is your dream client that you want these ads to reach? For example, you're going to talk to a 65-year-old couple that's looking to downsize, completely different than you would to an 18 or 19-year-old who's just looking to buy their first home. So it's just a simple comparison right there, but it's no different when writing the scripts for your ads. You need to have clear messaging that speaks to the person that you want to reach. Now, some techniques for creating these hooks. So there's a few different ways that you can write hooks, and what I highly recommend doing is testing all of these. That's something that I do for all my clients. That's a big part of the success in the ads, is just the split testing and finding out exactly what works. But I'm going to give you a few of the top performing hooks that are going to get you the best results. But again, I recommend testing all of these out for yourself. First is just asking a question. So engaging viewers with a question that resonates with their needs. So an example is, are you thinking of selling your home in Las Vegas? The next one you can do is a surprising fact. So just something to spark curiosity. So did you know that homes in the Las Vegas area sell 30% faster than the national average? Just something that if you're considering selling your home and you see that, that's going to get your attention and you're going to be intrigued. And lastly, you can make a bold statement. So just something strong that just entices people, again, to keep watching. That's the whole point of it. What you could say is something like, if you don't do this one thing when selling your home in today's market, you could be missing out on tens of thousands of dollars. And again, like that just smacks you in the face, that gets your attention, and you're going to keep watching the rest of that video. Now, the second part of a great YouTube ad is the body. So this is after the hook. This is the middle section of the ad. So this is basically where you're going to provide value, showcase your local expertise to position yourself as the authority and also the trusted advisor, and also talk about what makes you unique from every other agent in your market, because you have so much competition, whether you like it or not. everybody's a real estate agent nowadays. So you need a way to position yourself as the person that's not like everyone else. And this is where you can just be yourself and show your personality. People love authenticity, even if it's not the most polished. It doesn't need to be some sort of movie, high quality production video. Just being yourself is all you need in these. And when you do this, anybody who clicks on the ad is not only going to want what you're offering in the ad, which I'll go over in a second, but they're also going to feel like they connected with you on a more personal level, which just makes them feel like they know you before you ever even spoke with them. So tying it back to the lead quality part as well. These people coming in are already going to be familiar with you, your brand, your messaging, and even the way you talk. And that's just such an important thing for when you actually do talk with these leads. They're already going to know, like, and trust you, which are the big three when it comes to getting clients in the real estate industry, because it's all about relationships. And this is how you get people to trust you and like you before you ever speak with them. And that specific reason right there is what makes these ads so powerful and different from the leads from like Zillow or Facebook, for example. Everything is personalized and is tailored towards your ideal client, but also building your personal brand. People will see what makes you unique and why they need to talk with you in order to buy or sell their home, basically positioning you as more of a rarity rather than just another realtor, like a commodity. You'll get people reaching out to you and thanking you for making the ad because it's something that actually is valuable to them and it's very different from most lead gen ads out there. I don't even like to call this a lead generation system because you're really just bringing in just the most serious people, and leads have such a bad rep nowadays. But anyways, the key elements that you want to include in the body. So these are all going to be important things that you want to make sure that you include when writing the body section of your ad. One is highlighting your unique selling proposition. So asking yourself, what sets me apart from all the other agents? So an example could be, I offer personalized marketing strategies that ensure that your property gets the exposure it needs and covers your moving costs. And on top of that, I have constant communication with each and every client that's built on loyalty, transparency, and most importantly, having your best interest at heart. So just saying what you actually feel is just going to convey that level of trust to those potential clients. And you're going to get people trusting you more just from watching your ad. The next part is sharing valuable insights. So you can address common pain points, but also provide solutions for them. So you could say, like, I understand that navigating the selling process can be stressful. So you're saying you know how they feel. So here's 3 tips to make it a bit easier. And then you're giving them a solution, a way out. And that's again positioning you as the authority because they're going to be coming to you for that solution, which is why these people are going to actually want to speak with you because you have something that can help them. And the last one is using testimonials and success stories or case studies. Social proof can significantly enhance your credibility and build more trust. An example, I helped my client Janet sell her home for $15,000 over asking price in just 13 days. So you're basically saying all of this to build you up, show why you're unique, and then you're putting some proof behind it, saying, hey, this actually works. Here's an example of it. And that's just so powerful. Now, the third and final part of an ad before I get into the different scripts is the call to action, the CTA. So this CTA tells the viewers what to do next after they watch your ad. So if you don't have a CTA, it's just not an effective ad when the purpose of it is getting new leads and getting new business coming in. So it's always critical to include a call to action. The purpose of it is to guide potential clients or viewers towards taking a specific action, whether that's visiting your website, scheduling a consultation, or downloading some sort of resource or a guide of some sort. For lead gen ads specifically in 2025 on YouTube, I highly recommend offering some sort of lead magnet that provides real value to the homeowners or the people looking to buy a home. Something that's tangible and unique, like a guide of some sort. So I've recently been staying away from the free consultations, the free home valuation, just because everybody's offering that, and I just found it's just really saturated, and people kind of know what it is. It's just a sales pitch, to be honest. So you need to offer something that actually provides value. So you're giving, giving, giving before you ask. And if you want more tips or just help coming up with a lead magnet that's going to attract these high quality prospects from your ads, just feel free to watch my last video, Digital Marketing for Real Estate Agents, where I just go more in depth on creating a lead magnet that converts leads into clients like clockwork for you. And that's one of the key parts of your ad. You need to offer something that they actually want and is valuable to them. Now, a few tips when writing call to actions. One is just being clear and direct. Use simple language that clearly states what you want the viewer to do. Like click the link below to get instant access to your free seller guide to increase your home's value. Just very clear, benefit oriented, and they know exactly what they need to do and what the next steps are. And if you don't make it like clear and concise, people will just get confused and just end up clicking off the ad because people want the least friction whenever they're doing something. Nobody wants to think nowadays. You need to tell them what to do and just spell it out for them. Next, create urgency. You want to encourage immediate action by adding some sort of time sensitive element. And of course, you want to do this ethically. You don't want to create fake scarcity. But this is basically getting people to act now rather than just pushing it off. Because I know for me, even when I see stuff, I say, oh, I'll just do it. I'll do it in a few months. But when you add some scarcity in there, it encourages them to act now because there's some sort of urgency behind it. So you can say something like the market will shift again soon. So act fast and click the button below now to watch your home or to get your home valuation. Sorry, a little typo in there. Next one is having the viewer's best interest in mind. So going off of this one, you want to not just tell them to do your lead magnet to get your lead magnet, download the guide. You want to outline what benefits they're going to actually get if they do it. So you could say not just downloading your guide, but increasing your home's value, selling it in less time, etc., etc. It needs to make sense for them. Just think about it. If you were seeing an ad and someone's telling you, "Oh, go download my ebook," you ask yourself, "Why would I do that? What's in it for me?" So you need to think the same way when coming up with these call to actions for your lead magnet. And then last part is just offering something of value. It should go without saying, but so many people are coming up with some sort of ebook and just throwing it in chat GPT and then just giving that out. And people can see right through that. They know that you put no time and effort into it. So try to come up with something that is actually valuable. And a way to do this is just by asking yourself, would I pay $50 for this? And if not, you should probably rethink it or try to be a bit more creative and add more value into it. And another thing to keep in mind is knowing your market and how many other agents are advertising. This will drastically affect the success of your lead magnet. So I'm giving you a few bonus tips right here just about the lead magnet specifically. And the good thing is not many realtors are running YouTube ads as of the time of recording this video in 2025. So you shouldn't really have a problem with that now, but that's just something to keep in mind down the line. So an example is like if you're in New York, you might not be able to just offer a free home valuation like you could in other markets. You're going to have to get a bit more creative just because of the sheer population and saturation in that market. So lastly, the big question of the video, what makes a top performing ad? So strong storytelling. You want to have a message that resonates with your audience and use relatable case studies and client results to build trust and to make it seem like it can work for them. Next is clear messaging. Make sure your message is straightforward and directly addresses the needs or wants of your audience. I recommend not trying to reach every single person in your ad, rather narrow it down more specifically. An example would be going after downsizers and not just people looking to sell their home in general, because that just speaks to everybody. And when you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. Now, authenticity. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need to be some sort of movie star for these ads. Just honestly, recording on your iPhone outperforms fancy camera equipment a lot of times. You would be surprised. So just keep that in mind. Even if you don't have some sort of filming crew, it doesn't matter at all. You're more than fine as long as you have a functioning phone. Next is emotional appeal. So you want ads that bring out emotion that the viewers are already feeling, such as happiness or urgency, are a lot more likely to be remembered, and it's going to create more urgency for them because they're going to feel they have to take action now to solve their problem. So, for example, if there's a low inventory of homes in your market, you can speak to that frustration when you're targeting buyers, for example. And next is consistency with brand voice. You want to make sure that your ads are reflecting who you are and your true personality. And as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a reflection of not only you, but of your whole personal brand altogether and your team if you have one. And everybody in your market will see your ad and is going to recognize you from it. So it must be something that you're actually proud of, and you can put it out there knowing that you put your best work out there, because that's going to be how you're going to get people coming up to you and saying, "Hey, I saw you on YouTube. I saw your ad. I think it's amazing. I want to interview you to list my home." That's the stuff that makes it all worth it. So now getting into the good stuff. This is the example ad for sellers, and I also have one for buyers as well. So this is a quick script. You can basically go as short as 15 seconds. You could go up to 3-4 minutes. I have some recommendations which I'll go over in a second, but this is a bit on the shorter side, but kind of tying in everything that we talked about so far. So for the hook, and I break it down into the hook, the body, and the close. Are you struggling to sell your home in the current market? And you can also throw in a city. Are you struggling to sell your home in the current Las Vegas market? The body, as a local expert, I've helped homeowners just like you sell quickly and for top dollar. Here's how I do it. I create tailored marketing plans, leverage social media to reach a wider audience, and provide staging tips to make your home irresistible. So there you can see, positioning yourself as the authority, you're providing some social proof so people know that it can work for them. And you also show what makes you unique and how you get the results you do by just making it really digestible and breaking it up into super simple and concise, almost bullet points, which is another thing. Usually, the more concise you can be, the better. And lastly, for the call to action, book a free call with me to learn more about how I can help you sell your home for top dollar today. So this is the book a call to action. Again, I don't highly recommend this one. You can definitely test it out. I would, and I have in the past, but it can definitely still work. But then again, you're also positioning it as beneficial for them by saying to help you sell your home for top dollar today. So it's something that would be worth it for them. Now, getting into the example ad for buyers. Are you thinking of buying your first home in Chicago? So, in this example, we're going after first time home buyers. Remember when I said not trying to reach everybody, but narrowing it down? The body is, I understand that the process can be overwhelming. So, you're speaking to their emotions, you know what they're feeling. That's why I provide a step by step guide. You're simplifying it to make it easier for you. From getting pre approved buyers to make an offer, I'll be there every step of the way, ensuring you make informed decisions. And then kind of showing what makes you unique, your unique selling proposition, and how you help these people out. And of course, you could add some social proof in there, some case studies, other stuff like that. This is just a quick example. And then for the call to action, download my free home buyer guide now to find your dream home in under market value by clicking the link below. So there's the call to action. And then you can also add some scarcity as well by saying, hey, the market's going to shift soon. So act fast before this strategy isn't available anymore. And of course, only say that if you do see the market shifting soon. So those are the two example ads. And if you want to even go test those, I bet those would work. I would still go and test other stuff as well, but those are still solid options. Personally, I would go for a bit on the longer side of ads, not that short, but it's up to you, and I would definitely test it out. Now, the question that I get a lot is how long should my ads be? So I would recommend around 30 seconds to 2 or 3 minutes. And I mean, you could even do 20 seconds if you wanted, but the ad length just depends on your message and how much you want to sell your lead magnet. And it also ties into the lead quality as well. The longer your ad is, generally, the higher the lead quality is going to be, just because these people need more intent to watch that whole video rather than just kind of being around for 15 seconds and clicking on it. You're basically just selling yourself more. And of course, that will create more quality people because they're more familiar with you. And if you are interested in YouTube ads for your real estate business, maybe you're intrigued by what you've seen so far, and you kind of just want to learn more about how these ads can help you add an extra 2 or 3 deals each month, just feel free to book a call with me using the link in the description right below this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value from it. I try to put out as much as possible, basically everything I know about YouTube ads. I don't want to make it a 3-hour video, but I try to pack as much value into this little presentation as possible, just so you can have a better idea of how these ads work and if it's something that you want to try. So thank you for watching. Feel free to share this with another agent that you think would find this helpful or just wants to learn about YouTube ads. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.